Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Feel for me.
Yeah, yeah.
This song was created using the N-Track Studio app.
Alright, y'all. That was my nephew 2KJ. Follow him on SoundCloud. It's 2KJAY. 2KJ. Motherfucker's bad as fuck, man. First, I want to give thanks to the Most High. Father, first I want to give thanks to the Most High. Thank you, Father. First, I want to give thanks to the Most High. Father, we do this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. So today's topic, let's get it started. I am Apocalypse Phoenix. What's up, y'all? Voice of America. What's up? I'm Apocalypse Phoenix. What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? I'm Apocalypse Phoenix, the prophet, the voice of America. Man, so we all know shit's going crazy around us. And I'd beg to differ that it's not even that crazy. The way the political spectrum and the media and the news wants to play everything, it seems like it's fucking, like some people are going insane, man. It's larger numbers than ever, but I think we're in a place where we can save it, man. It's still on the fringes, but it is starting to break into our mainstream. We see it with all of the liberal agenda, the homosexual agenda, the damaging, the breaking up of the family agenda. So today's topic is American women need to work out. That's just thrown all fucking out there for you. And it's not even really American, yeah. Western women, you know. But we're in America, we're American, so we're talking about America. And talking about American women. You American women, man, y'all need to work out. It's plain and simple. You know, in this country, we have this epidemic of obesity and morbid obesity. I know it, I see it. I have people in my family that are obese. My mom's overweight, my aunts, a bunch of aunts that are overweight, uncles. And that's how I see it too. I see a lot of overweight men, but I really see a lot of overweight women more than I see overweight men. You know, because you're going to get your episode 2, my niggas. Y'all need to work out too, man. But this is American women. Y'all need to work out. Because I just see it, you know, you put on makeup, put on some pretty clothes, and you think that's enough. But it's not. You can still see the rolls, you see the stomach rolls, you see the arms all big or all loose, you see the thighs, just non-existent, all flabby, you know, no muscle definition in the calves. It's sad to see, because I know we can all be at a level of health. Like, I'm not saying fucking like everybody needs to be Mr. Olympian or fucking Mrs. America and shit like that, but working out to maintain your health is detriment to your life, man. It's necessary to a happy life, to a healthy life. There's no way around it. When you don't work out, when you're overweight, and this doesn't even mean, it doesn't even have to mean you're overweight, man. I've seen a lot of skinny chicks out here, and it's like, you know, a lot of times they're skinny because they just don't eat much. They don't eat right. And so there's a lot of skinny chicks out here, but they're just the same. You know, there's no muscle definition. You know, there's no bubble in the back, no little bubbles. You know, those little bubbles are bursted and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're thin, but you got like a gut. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing that tripped me out. My boy, he was on point a long time ago with this shit. We're in cross country. We're in early high school, freshman, sophomore year, man, and it's fucked with me ever since, man. It's always stayed in my mind. We're checking out these chicks at a track. I was actually track, but ninth grade or something though. We're checking out these chicks. We're in the stadium and shit, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, these chicks look good over here. And my boy's like, not that one. That chick don't look good. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You gotta get the owl in there. The watch. So I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Fucking chick doesn't. She's not cute. He's like, she don't have calves, bro. Look at her legs. She don't have calves. I'm like, nigga, I ain't gonna be fucking her calves. The fuck are you talking about? And now he's like, nah, I like a girl with definition, with muscle definition. And I didn't get that shit until my early 30s when it finally caught on. Like, oh. And one of the things I do remember is that girl wasn't part of the track team. She was in her regular clothes. She was visiting a friend or something. So she didn't run track, which explained why she didn't have no muscle definition in her calves and shit. And that this nigga noticed, like, fucking, I ain't gonna talk to that bitch. She ain't got no calves. The craziest thing, I thought it was fucking insane at the time, but the thing I didn't realize is my boy had standards. And that's what a lot of men don't have, is standards. I mean, it's a part of our biology that we'll stick our dick into mainly anything. But, you know, if we're picking for women to be wives, we gotta have standards. And that's why I tell you, American, that's why and that's why the podcast is American Women Need to Work Out. Because if you guys are looking for a husband, if you're looking to be wives, if you're looking to be good mothers, then you need to have certain discipline. You need to have discipline in your life, and that discipline has to be, you know, lived in your life through certain actions, the way you live your life. And if you're overweight or, again, not exercising, you're skinny, you know, just because you're pretty don't make it everything, man. Like, men are looking for the way you move, the way you act. Because, you know, I had a girlfriend, and I'll take off to go do some filming and go work, go fucking get better at my craft. I'd be working for hours and shit. You know, she's calling me like, when are you coming home? You know, and I'm like, hey, I'll be there in an hour, you know, and I'm fucking there still like 2 hours later, like, hey, when are you coming home? It's like, man, I'm working. I'm not fucking cheating on you. I'm not fucking, you know, I'm out here being a man. I'm out here doing what the fuck I need to do. And then when I get home, there's fucking dirty dishes. The laundry's not done. Still no vacuuming. Like, nothing has been done. It's like, well, what the fuck? Well, what the fuck were you calling me for? What the fuck were you doing while I was gone? And it was like nothing and shit. And fucking she got mad, and she was getting mad at me because I had a standard of living that I fucking wanted to adhere to. And I didn't want to fuck with that bullshit. Because whenever she didn't act right, she wouldn't get no love from me. I'd fucking shut her out like she wasn't there. She'd tell me later she'd be all crying in the room and shit. I was like, man, what the fuck you want me to do? Consequences for your actions. So to live a life of discipline to live a life of where you work out, where you eat well. You know, brings more joy to your life. Your body is working better. You're not fucking dealing with high cholesterol. What are those fucking cholesterol? What's the other fucking thing that people are always worried about? The cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure. You know, and then those are things you're gonna pass on to your children, and those are things that fucking you're gonna affect the people around you when you live a better life, when you live a healthier lifestyle. So my boy's coming through, Raul Arciga. He has a radio show. I'm gonna let him plug, you know, plug his show. We're here in Fresno, California. And this is the Apocalypse Phoenix Says podcast. Hey. Yeah. Apocalypse Phoenix Says podcast. I was thinking of going with smart idiot, intelligent idiot. The Intelligent Idiot podcast. Podcast for intelligent idiots. So I'm looking. This is going up on YouTube. This is going up on YouTube. Throwing this up on Spotify. It's all together linked in with my YouTube channel, Official Apocalypse Phoenix. It's where you can listen to the podcast, see the video, and it will be up on Spotify also. You know, and that's the thing about me is I've been an athlete my whole life. I've worked out my whole life. I've had times, like these past 5 years, I wasn't on my best. I wasn't doing the best for my health, for my mind. But over this last year, you know, I quit drinking alcohol, stopped doing drugs. It was fucking, man, it's like it's snowing. It's snowing out here in the world right now, man. Cocaine has made a fucking surgence like I've never seen before, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Some things are getting fucking crazier, man. I think some things are getting better in the world, and just some things are getting fucking crazier. You know, we all need to handle our fucking childhood trauma. That's the truth right there. So the podcast, man, like statistically, you know, and this is the thing too, marriages, you know, people are not wanting to get married more often. That's more of a thing, which is bad for just humans. People aren't wanting to get married, and again, you know, I think it's because of the way a lot of people look. You know, you can look pretty, you can put on eyelashes, you can put makeup on, you can put on pretty clothes, you can put on some heels, but it's just, you know, when you live a lifestyle, you can just tell, and so nobody wants to get with the person that's not disciplined, that's overweight, that eats too much, that's lazy. Because that was my problem over the past, like I said, those past 5 years. Whenever I was thinking about what's going on, what's wrong with me, nothing's truly wrong with me. And I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I believe, you know, those things were brought on to me because I held certain beliefs that I thought to be true in society, because there are some things in society that are just not right for men. Yeah, man. I lost my train of thought. This is, because I've always worked out my whole life. Ran cross country, track. Started when I was 6. When we were young, fucking got introduced into wrestling and was very well from the start. But then again, my dad, was a Golden Gloves boxer out of Brooklyn, New York. Out of the Bronx. My bad. Fuck. All right. My father was a Golden Gloves boxer out of the Bronx from New York. So since we were little, man, he had I don't remember the shit, but I can just imagine that whenever he was playing with this shit, we're seeing him working out, doing push-ups and shit like that, pull-ups. My dad always worked out, always throughout his life. Remember him working out, even up to his death. He always held fitness very high in his life and passed that on to his sons. So so I was ready, trained, and from whenever I was born, got into wrestling very young, like around the age of 6 to 8, and was good. Immediately was good. I have the medals, prove it. Second place in tournaments, first place in tournament medals and stuff like that. Then whenever I was like 9 or 10, I got into long distance running, cross country. Second grade is when I fucking started cross country, started running. Oh no, it was fifth grade. You're 10 years old in second grade. Yeah. No, it was fifth grade. Fifth grade, I'm 10 years old. When you start going to school? So going to school when you're 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. Fifth grade, I got into cross country. Started running long distance, 7th to 8th grade. Long distance, did cross country and track in junior high. Did volleyball, wrestling, and excelled in school, A's and B's, couple C's. High school was the same, did well in school, A's and B's, 1 or 2 C's here and there. Great athlete, always top 5 on whatever team I was on. In high school, I only did cross country and track. I was more dedicated. Then after high school, got into the military, and I excelled in the military too. I was promoted in boot camp. They pick one person out of every unit to promote. There's 4. I'm not even sure if it's company. The company's big. Yeah, there's 4 units, makes up a battalion. A couple battalions make up a company. But in my unit, I was promoted in boot camp, right after boot camp, to E2. So in 2 months, I made E2, where it takes most people 4 to 6 months or something like that. But I was promoted to E2 in the military, and that's very active. You work out in the military, and when I got out of the military, I maintained my running and my my fitness. Said a couple times in my late 20s got out of shape, and late 30s, mid to late 30s got out of shape. But other than that, I've been healthy my whole life. So I know the importance of being healthy. I know the benefits of living a healthy life, just knowing health. I see the benefits of, I see the opposite in other people that aren't healthy, always complaining about something, seeing that they're overweight, people that I went to school with. Most of the people I went to school with are just out of shape, but they're at my age, most people, my age are just fucked, man. They're so out of shape. I'm 43. And the women at age 43, oh man, they're like what would you call it? The options are horrible, man. Like most 43-year-olds are horrible, man. They're fucking all out of shape. It's rare. You have to go looking hard to find a woman that's in shape in her 40s, man. That actively works out on a regular basis and has maintained that since she was younger. I think that's insane. And they want men to just fucking be falling all over for him and shit. And it's like, you don't even look good, man. Fucking, there's nothing good about you. Your pussy's loose. Your ass is hanging. It's sagging. Titties are sagging. The arms are flapping. The fucking turkey neck is gobbling. Man, that's why it's just, you guys just get used and abused. Single mothers, like, there's no advantage to dating a woman that's single mother and she's out of shape, man. You're fucking settling, and that's why these relationships don't work that older people are getting into. Is because it's fucking a sad person with a sad person, man. A fat, out of shape, lazy person with a fucking another lazy, out of shape person. You know, you're not releasing the endorphins, the feel good chemicals. You're not achieving anything of any kind of like value in your day, in your life, towards the benefit of your health. Hold on, that's the homie right there. Chi. What up? Right, you gotta be careful when you're coming in because it's a table right here. Right? So just slide it. Can you lock the outside door? There you go. Oh shit.
Be like, I didn't bump into the table, but what's up, man? You doing your
Booty chat for shit.
podcast?
Yeah, started it, got the intro going and everything.
Okay.
Hop in, man.
Okay, for sure. Shoot, I'm gonna roll first, and then let's go ahead and start. What happened?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll take a look.
Roll up in a sec.
For sure.
Switch sides so this guy can roll up. This is the homie I was telling you guys about. What up?
What's up,
Hello,
people?
bro. Introduce yourself, man. Let them know your name.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? My name is Raul, Rara. You know, a lot of people know me by Rara or RJ.
And your show, too. Let them know
Yes,
about your radio
and
show.
I am actually here a community advocate, but guess what? Some exciting things. I'm also a radio host for Spanish radio. I also produce my own radio show, which is currently aired live throughout the whole Central Valley. And this is my second year there now. And it's just been a journey. It's been
What's
a
the
journey.
station?
It's for Spanish radio, 92.7 FM.
All right.
However, you know, it's been a great journey. You know, I've known Alvin, you know, for way too long. We go way back. We
my
go
little
through
bro.
college days. College days, baby.
Smoking weed in college.
Right. But good times, though. You know, it's always been a good time, you know, hanging out with Alvin. And
Dean's List. I was on Dean's List every semester except the first semester I was there. So.
that, I remember that. I remember when we had some class together. You remember you know, you got presented like, oh, here, you know, they call you to, you know, go and pick up your you know, your certification.
You had good grades too, though, right?
Yes, I had good grades,
see?
but
So stoners, lazy stoner, you know, don't be a lazy
proactive stoner,
Yeah,
right?
active stoner.
But
yes.
also, the cool thing too is that
Productive.
the cool thing that in our college days is that, you know, we made some good people, you know, good instructors. We did have I think 2 different classes together, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's been great, man. You know, it's been a great journey, and you know, just also seeing, you know, yourself, you know, with what you do and how proactive you're doing with the community and getting involved in things that matter to us.
Yes, sir.
You know, and this is
Good for you,
important
man.
for us to keep on doing proactive, positive things for our people. You know, and not excluding everybody else, but our
man.
people also require more timing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, we gotta
we
let them
need
know
that
what
help.
to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel it's just a culture, a way of thinking that gets passed on, that keeps us, you know, held back. Like, I don't think there's hardly any fucking real obstacles in the way of anybody becoming educated, finding a job.
That's
you know,
true.
like, we have the freedom to move wherever we want. You know, say your city is a little racist, you can move to a city that isn't, you know, and do the job you love there, or you can sue them. I mean, there's things you can do nowadays, you know. Yeah, it might be a little harder, but, you know, I feel like that victim mentality of like, oh, we're being oppressed, like, nah, man.
You know what we lucky about in Fresno, because I don't know if you guys know this, whoever's watching this, but Fresno, we don't have it as bad. You know what I'm saying? As other, I mean, it is very conservative, but you know, like other cities that have this hate things that have going on and all this, you know, issues going on. I
Well, I'm
personally
glad.
haven't witnessed something that drastic, you know, that happens in the
I'm glad
city
for
or
the
the valley.
conservatives.
Right, because I mean, you know, the valley is very conservative. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
glad for that, bro.
But like I said, we haven't. You know, we not at the level of other cities or states who have it worst.
Yeah.
Who have really people who die hard type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
we die hard for the good things that we want to work towards, but it hasn't been as bad as
Yeah.
other places who have
Yeah.
shootings or people who are running over protest or
Yeah.
you know, we don't have it.
Well,
to
I'd
that.
say it's the places that are. I'd say it's because we are quite conservative here that it hasn't been able to run amok. But like places where it is more conservative, like LA, and you see those things happening, it's been allowed to run amok because of certain practices and laws that have been passed and ways of thinking
That's true,
that
too.
actually hurt and keep the people that they say they're trying to help. Actually keeps them there and keeps hurting them more.
And you know too, bro. You know we have such a diverse valley
That's
here too.
another
Like
topic. Yeah.
we're so diverse, you know, and I feel that
Yeah.
I feel like
That's hella
although
dope.
people have different views, we still come together, you know. Like I mean, although again, there's been a little hiccups, you know, with all this political things that's been going on that affect all of our communities, but like I said, I think we still
Yeah,
are
shit.
respectful of other people's views. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah, we're cool.
how people operate on those views. You know, because I mean, of course, sometimes we encounter people who they don't agree with our mentality, so there might be a little conversation to start there. But I think for the most part, people are respectful of everybody's beliefs and what they believe in, and it's been cool to see that community are still finding ways to come together, you know, and not always fight like other places, you know, and fighting all the
Yeah, all
time.
that fighting. That's what they want us to keep doing is fighting each other, so we can't just come to terms. But that's going to take us to the point of this episode. Today's podcast is, you know, it's about health. You know me. You know, also for all these years,
Working
I'm
out,
about health.
running, bike riding.
Yeah, I'm all about that shit. You know, like I said, I fell off these last couple of years, but fucking back on it.
Got to get there. Got to get there.
And so that, you know, so the topic of today is like, you know, American women, y'all need to work out. You know what I'm saying? So like just from hearing that topic, you know, like what do you have to think? What do you have to say about that? Just what are your top?
You know,
what are your thoughts on
health
that?
health is the new wealth, and I'm sure you agree with that because, you know, while we feed our bodies, it kind of plays the course on how our day, but how we're gonna live our life. And I feel that, you know, I've been lucky. I mean, there's some time that I have some snacks, you know, here and there.
Yeah.
But I always
You're
try
not
to.
an unhealthy guy.
Yeah, no,
yourself.
I've always tried to eat healthy, and I always keep myself in mind, or I remind myself that what I give to my body, it's a reflection of myself, or how well I feel, how well I do,
Remember that.
and just
That's
you
good
know
info.
our self-conscious, you know, because again, the first thing in the morning, that's one of the most important meals that, or whatever we give to our bodies. I do a lot of green juicing, you know this. I do a lot of green juice, celery juice every morning, every other day.
Yeah.
I actually had a big cup this morning of celery juice. But what I'm saying is that, you know, health is important, and I feel like, you know, the more we care of how well we give our bodies, the better we have to, you know, to proceed with what we want, the goals, the job plays, you know, you be more focused, and it just feels well, dude. Like it feels so good.
Yeah.
Working out, I need to improve myself, but you know, I'm active too. We work out together a few times. You know, we go to the
Yeah.
park, we go run.
Support it.
I'm very active all the time, so I think, you know, we have to maintain our health, especially our generations who are able to understand more now that we're more aware of things.
Yeah.
Let's keep that up. You know what I'm saying? To continue influences the other generations after us, because our parents, they might have known, but they didn't know the things that
As
we know
much,
now.
yeah, like cholesterol.
The importance
like, I
of
don't
it
think, like
has.
cholesterol, blood pressure, you know, were big things back when our parents were little and
Yeah.
their parents started getting sick. They were just like, oh,
They didn't
they're getting
understand
old.
things,
Yeah,
yes.
they didn't know, and it wasn't very much put on them, you know, because it was just known back in the day that you're gonna play sports, you're gonna be playing outside. Like kids weren't obese back then. Like obesity wasn't a thing back then. So it wasn't stressed how much it is now because they see You know, now they see so many people are getting fat and obese and unhealthy, sick and everything. So now it's like, hey, fucking work out and shit. But it's more of a new thing because like being fat is a new thing too. At least on the levels, there's always been fat people.
Or being
But the
having
levels
extra weight,
of
yeah.
so many people that are fucking overweight. Okay, so you feel that, you know, so then you would agree that you feel like American women need to work out more.
Well, just in general, you know what I'm saying?
But for this podcast,
yes,
for this question,
yes,
for this question,
I agree
we're
because
we're getting to the answers
yes,
of the questions.
I think yes, you know, it's important.
And-
You know, a woman lives
Alright.
well, she feels well, she does well,
Well,
and
okay, so then do you think then now that like relationships, do you think people, because I feel there's a couple of factors of why, but do you feel then that's also why like American women aren't being pursued as much as like before to become like wives and girlfriends and stuff, like, because yeah, we'll smash something, you know what I'm saying, but like, because I hear it a lot nowadays, you know, you hear girls like, you know, I'm looking for a good man, why I want a good man, why can't I find a good man? And it's like, well, you're kind of like not in a very nice shape yourself. So if you're looking, what kind of man are you looking for? Because the man they're looking for, I'm sure they're not thinking in their head like, oh, I want a fat man. You know, they like it, some chunky man, right? But I'm sure they're not saying, hey, I want me a fat man. I want me an out of shape man. I want me a guy that smells, that doesn't know how to take care of himself. Because if you're letting yourself become overweight, there's other things also you're not disciplined in. It's probably your hygiene. So I mean, and that's how I see it for women. You know, if you see a girl that's thicker, that's fat, that's more than just thick, but she's fat, she's overweight, you know, then you also know like her eating habits aren't gonna be cool, her hygiene, she's probably not gonna smell the best, you know. So do you think it's affecting like relationships of women getting wifed up, you know, more nowadays?
I just feel, because again, this is not a sexist thing, but if we're talking about a woman right now,
Yeah.
I feel like they might have got too comfortable, perhaps, in certain aspects of them being a woman.
Too comfortable.
I myself, people ask me, some of my friends ask me, like, what's your type? I don't have a type. I feel like
yeah, we're men. We like it. We
what
like different types.
Yes, what's
we like
important
women,
to me is
but we
brains.
like-
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
also I had
yeah,
to
you
be
don't find
attracted
yourself
to that
going-
person.
you don't
Yeah.
find- have you ever dated an obese girl? Like more than just nice
I
and
had,
thick?
yes,
More
when
than
I was
just
in,
thick.
in high school and early, you know, I had
Okay.
a girlfriend or two that were a little chunky. It wasn't overly, but
Okay.
I didn't care about that because I
Well,
care more about
But it
who they
wasn't-
were
but
as
it
a
wasn't
person.
chunky. Like were they in sports or in something or they were just kind
They
of
weren't. They were just, you know, a regular student, because, like I say, we were in high
Yeah.
school, or we know we were like.
They were still young enough to not be.
Yeah, but
fat.
what I'm getting at too is,
I wonder
you
if they're
know,
fat now.
who
If
knows?
they kept that going, like now, you know, 20 years after high school, I wonder if they're fat.
But I just believe that, you know, when you take care of yourself, you feel better, right? And then you look
Yeah.
better, and
Yeah,
you get
yes,
motivated,
yes.
and you eat well.
Yes. Yes.
I do believe, like I said, that, you know, there has to be some connection with them being a woman and trying to find the right person.
Yeah.
Because again, you know, back in the days, you know, our parents, you know, they want the housewife. We all want that.
Well, we
housewife.
still want housewives.
Right. But
Like, that
it's just
hasn't
the
changed.
generations had
That hasn't changed, just the message.
shifted in a different
Yeah,
perspective,
the message
because
of you don't need a man.
it also starts at home too.
All
you
this
know?
shit, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, you know, like I said, our parents, they taught us well because, you know, we're responsible, we're getting things together, we're taking care of business.
Yeah. My
But
mom
other
fucking
people
taught-
might
my
have.
parents taught me, you know.
Yeah, other people might have not
discipline,
had those things.
How to clean, how to cook, how to wash, fucking how to take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I know how to iron, I know how to sew, I know how to cook, I know how to do my own laundry. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, we have all these qualities, yeah.
you know,
and you
yeah,
cannot
that's
settle
just-
for less
that-
either.
Yeah, and that's just here in my household. You know, I got other skills too and shit that we're taught and I've learned on my own. You know,
Yeah.
We keep learning. But yeah, fucking, I really think what you hit it on the nail about fucking being like comfortable is just, and that where I feel is that there's an agenda to do that, you know, to have people think that, like the whole big girl. The whole big girl, like, hey girl, it's okay. You love your curves. You're if you don't like a fat girl, you're fat phobic. Like, you know,
People try to label.
yeah, they're trying to
things.
make unhealthy lifestyles okay. Like, no, we don't like fat people because it's unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, like my mom is unhealthy. My aunts are unhealthy. My aunt just fell down, it's like last week and shit, and hit her head and was like bad because she was trying to move like a little couch or something, and it slipped and fell back. Now, can that happen to anybody? Yeah.
Yes.
But she's overweight. She is very, very overweight. She's obese. And I know that had a big factor in how she fell, how much she fell, about
The
how
severity of her body, too.
Yeah, it slipped.
How much weight?
And fall, yes, you know, and maybe
You know?
somebody that didn't have, I don't know how or where the wall was in the table, but say somebody that was thinner maybe could have caught themselves a little by turning or something like that.
Be
by
more
being
agile. Yeah, and just your reflexes.
Yeah,
Try to
you know what I'm
make sure
saying? But
you're-
if you're like morbidly obese and you're just going down. And so she hit her head and it was a real scare. So we prayed though. I thank you God, thank you Jesus. She's doing well now. She's back home and everything. But like because of that, they had to drill in her head with the fucking drill through her skull
Wow,
to create a little hole because she had pressure in her head. Her brain was swelling and shit. So they had to let this fluid release
Oh,
it
that's
so
just
that
so painful, man.
she wouldn't die.
Yeah.
And I know it definitely correlates with her health, with her size of her body. And so it's like we're not like playing around, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, oh, you know, shaming fat people. Like it's been done throughout history, and it's been done for a reason, you know. And we're not talking about nice and thick, healthy, thick, you know, a girl that's an athlete. Like I know I went to school, you know, and I went to school with a lot of I talked to a lot of girls that played softball and soccer.
Yeah, nice.
And they weren't the thin girls. They weren't real thin, you know, like, and women of you know, today, women that play those kind of sports, you know, they're not the skinny, stick type girls. Girls that play soccer and softball, man, they're nice and thick. They got the thighs. They got a lot of them girls got big titties and shit, you know what I'm saying? But they're not like small. So it's not about, like I said, being super thin, but being healthy, you know what I'm saying? And you can be thick and still be healthy, you know, because there's athletes all over the world that look at different body types. So it has nothing to do, if you have a different body type that's bigger, you can still be fit, you can still look beautiful, hot, sexy, guys will find you attractive. You know, we're men, we find most fucking things attractive and shit. That's just our biology. That's just built into us. Like, we're gonna fuck, man. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Yeah.
But that's our biology because, you know, yes, we are human beings, but we evolved to be a human being, and we're still an animal, and we still have those animal instincts and those animal drives. We as a society, as a thinking human being, can be like, yeah, I can't just like have sex with all these women and just nut in all of them and have hundreds of babies,
Like Nick Cannon.
yeah, you know, like that. But that's our biology. That's our natural biology. That's our natural drive.
To reproduce.
Yeah, so that's like not.
But smartfully now.
Yeah, but in a society, well, building, growing, and there's consequences, and children need a father in the house and shit like that. That's not the greatest thing to do, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's our fucking natural reaction just by being born on this planet and having a fucking dick between your legs. It's like, I'm in a seed, you know. I'm a farmer. I got seed. I need to plant this seed, and there's fertile land everywhere. That's just being a man. I mean, so we'll
Don't
fuck.
be a Nick Cannon.
You know, so we'll fuck, and even if, you know, so I know there's big girls out there that are fucking getting dudes, you know, that are getting sex, so they can be like, oh, I'm big, I'm fucking still, guys still holler at me, guys. It's because we want a nut. Like,
Like I said, I don't judge people, bro. I love all people.
It's not about.
All I gotta say.
I'm not saying it's not about judging. You know,
No, I
just
know,
like
but
their health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all I'm saying
and
is
if they're not
that
gonna listen to somebody saying, "Hey, please don't eat that salad," then somebody has to say, "Hey, you fat fuck."
I do have to share though.
Put that fucking candy bar down and eat a salad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or maybe also because like
if
from
they don't-
my
if they don't wanna
point of
listen.
view, well, my personal experience, there's no obese family members in my family. There isn't. There really isn't. There are family members who are overweight, which is the difference between obesity and overweight. Overweight is because
Like
maybe
small.
they're overeating, or sometimes my uncles they get the beer belly. They get older. Our body changes throughout the years too, but there is no obese family members.
And
in
I said
my
earlier,
family.
the men are gonna get their episode too, but this is the women
Right,
episode.
but
this
so-
is why it's geared towards women.
So what I'm
the
thinking,
men, you fat fucks are gonna get an
yeah.
episode too. Don't
So
worry
what I'm
about it.
thinking is, I mean, there has to be maybe a correlation for these girls not to feel so driven to change their lifestyle, right? Because maybe they haven't taught their parents wouldn't raise them the right way. They haven't learned those other things.
Yeah.
We could ourselves influence those people to look at themselves
Maybe
like, you know
society
what?
says it's okay
I
to
need
be
to do
fat.
better. You're right.
You know.
And I mean, even right now, there's a breakthrough of now people are becoming more comfortable on, when we see overweight women in the streets, is becoming more normal, right? It's like the normal.
I don't like it.
I mean, the
at
conversation
all.
has been started, and it's been happening, and now even commercials, right? There's commercials who are now, or girls in campaigns wearing, they're not the norm type of girls.
Okay, so what do you think about this? In England, they made a law. It's a law in London, England. Yeah, okay, in England, they made a law now. You cannot advertise like unrealistic body standards.
Okay.
So every advertisement there in England is like a regular looking guy or girl. What do you think about that?
Okay, so this law is gonna ban, you said?
No sexy, skinny, voluptuous woman. For the women, no buff dudes. I don't really see buff dudes like in advertisements, but none of that.
I personally like that.
And no voluptuous, beautiful women in advertisements.
Okay, well, first, I like that England thing. However, there's levels though. There's levels to different markets. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a parent, but you're a parent. There's other people who are watching who are parents.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want your kids you guys are having like family night, and then this commercial of this, whatever girls or mixture of sexes, males and females, sporting this clothing that might be inappropriate at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there has to be a level of sexism on commercials. Because I know sex sells, but that's not the only tool, though. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing. They're not stopping the way they're advertising. They're just not using that kind of girl. So it'll still be like a girl behind the bar.
Okay.
Say if it's a commercial for some alcohol or something, so it's a hot chick, bartender.
Okay.
You just say that's the
So you
commercial.
just look to be a regular
It's
girl.
not gonna be like
It
a
doesn't
hot
have to
blonde.
be a model. Okay, well,
but
I
it's gonna
like
be
that
a regular
though,
looking chick.
because it's giving opportunities to the other girls who might don't feel good about themselves, who might not feel like they got the potential to be. We have dreams. We see ourselves in commercials, but
So then the girls then that do take care of themselves and look good like that, they should be punished for working hard and having a good body.
I don't think it's
And
being
now
punished.
they're not represented anymore. They're forced
being
out.
forgotten?
They're forced out. They didn't
Yeah.
have a choice. They're like, get the fuck out, you guys. Now all you models here have no job now. Because of these fat bitches. Because these fat people don't want to change their life. They don't want to be told that they're fat. They just want to say, they want to start crying, be like, you're shaming me, you're shaming us. Now a whole bunch of girls just don't have a job. Because somebody doesn't want to take care of themselves.
Yeah,
that fair?
It's just a very sensitive topic, man. Because like I said, I
Stupid.
can't. I mean, I can't agree or
It's
disagree. It's
stupid.
just I think that you
I think
know
it's stupid.
I think I personally I love seeing normal people doing big things because it inspires me to do better and to wanting to look and seek for my
How?
opportunities versus always seeing a good looking person is like I wouldn't even have a chance
But-
to even be in this commercial because all they want is chiseled six packs, 6'5".
Yeah, but
You
that
know what I'm
keeps you
saying?
moving for that. That
Right,
keeps
but-
you like, you need like a goal that's out of reach
Right.
to like keep you moving toward it. Because if you're like, oh, that's an obtainable goal, like, got it, I don't have to do shit to look like a regular schmo out on the street.
Well, it was like that.
Got it, I'm a winner. Now let me go on with life, but. Cholesterol, now I do have high cholesterol, now I do have diabetes, now I do have
More of
fucking
health
high blood
issues,
pressure. Yes, now because I'm carrying more weight and shit, like all those things correlate. Now I'm balding sooner. Now I have erectile dysfunction sooner. You know what I'm saying? Now I have more higher chances of prostate cancer and colon cancer because I'm not watching what I'm eating, because I'm not exercising. Because and this is the thing too, because I am learning. I'm a pharmacy tech.
going to
Giving
school
my
for it?
license back.
Yeah.
Going to school for that. Also doing personal training courses, so I'm learning a lot in that area too. And fucking and yeah, all those things start happening. What I'm learning whenever you gain weight, like as a man, and I'm sure as a woman, they're gonna have effects too. And then I've heard, if you're overweight, your period starts getting all fucked up. Your pussy doesn't clean itself as good. So like you do. Smell.
There's a continuous health issues.
Yeah, and
if
then
they're
and
not
then
taking
they,
care of
women
themselves
with the high diabetes
or
is
eating well.
raising.
Yeah.
Like there's never been ever in the history of humanity. There's never been women in mass with high blood pressure, diabetes, you know what I'm saying? High cholesterol, dying of heart attacks. Like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's
And
true.
we're just allowing women to just die off. But we say we love people. We say we love our women. We say we love, we all love each other. Let's be all love together, all as one people. But we're allowing things to happen that are just letting motherfuckers just die off in mass, and we're led to believe that it's a good thing, and that's why I want to talk about these topics and shit. That's why I fucking am like, hey, go fucking work out, because if it's like, hey, please work out, America, like who the fuck's gonna listen to that?
Well,
shit?
yeah,
fucking,
like I
hey,
said,
you fat
I mean,
bitches, get your ass up off the couch.
There's
Push
some-
up, do something.
And part of that too is
but
like
for a better life, get you a husband, better kids.
it's just better health overall, dude. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
you put it in your body, it reflects on yourself. So I mean,
Especially now
You know
with
what
all
I'm
the shit
saying?
with women. Self-love. Love yourself, girl. Love yourself, girl. Wouldn't self-love, wouldn't
Is-
that be the number one
if they're
thing
not being
of
proactive
self-love?
about it.
Of
Right.
of actually then getting your body to the
Right,
best
yeah.
shape that it can possibly be through exercise, through sport,
Being
through
active.
eating properly. Like,